Long way, get this shit a long way, this shit a long way. Long way, hit the long way, 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 shit, long way, long shit, long way, long way, long way, long way, long way, long way, shit a long way. Gotta get the shit a long way, get the shit a long way, gotta get the shit a long way, gotta get the shit a long way, get the shit a long way. She don't really understand, man. Gotta know what she don't really understand, man. Gotta get a meal, but she don't understand. She be trippin' every day, she be trippin' every way. But I gotta get this shit a long way, tryna get money every single way, tryna get money every single day, get money every single way, every day. Every day we gotta get paid, every day we gotta get paid, I'm feeling like we be the new slaves. No, we gotta finish rich. No, we gotta finish rich. Got a new bitch, she don't understand rich. She don't understand niggas gotta get rich. She don't understand sometimes we got hit lit. No, we ain't hit lit. Tryna get the long way, tryna get the shit the long way. Coach is tryna wrap up a entree. Told you the other day that did my palm strong. We gon' shoot the long way, we gon' get the long way. Get the shit long way. My bitch be trippin' back and forth like a palm way. My name's Atari, I ain't playing games, so I'm done talking. Yesterday she told me that she bout to leave me. Said fuck it, bitch, we gon' get some money. Said fuck it, bitch, I'm about to get some money. So what I do today, I want to get some money. We gon' get this shit the long way, we gon' get this shit the long way, back and forth like the palm way, man, I'ma get this shit the long way, get this shit the long way, just the only way today, because they go with shit's crazy, we gotta wear a mask, we the new slaves, and we be wearing this shit like every day, we be okay, we gon' be okay, they gon' be okay, they gon' be okay, for so we gon' get this shit the long way, we gon' get this shit long way, we gon' get this shit the long way, we gon' get this shit the long way, we get this shit the long way, cause we gon' be okay, we gon' be okay, we gon' get the long way,
What's up, everybody? Hello. Just a second, let me remove something. 1 second here. Oh, remove. Okay, here we go. All right, I'm out of town right now, so I don't know if I sound funny or anything, but happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Savings Minus Debt. I'm your host, LJ Young, the founder of SMD. Welcome. Back home in Washington State to visit the family for Thanksgiving. What's up, Willie, Quentin? First ones in here. And, you guys see the title. Student loan forgiveness has been extended once again. Now, for the longest I was saying I didn't think President Biden was going to extend it, but I got to look at the whole picture, all right? And what I mean by the whole picture, when the student loans are paused and there's nothing major happening in the economy, they have to extend it. Now, and this is just my opinion, because those decisions are way above my pay grade, but this is how I look at it, okay? I know debt slaves of the economy. It's you guys, debt slaves. It's you. None of this whole, our U.S. economy, it doesn't work without you. Okay, no matter where interest rates go, if interest rates they get high, gas prices get high, low, go up and down. Without you guys there, nothing exists. All right. So when I really think about it, at first I was saying that it wasn't going to get extended. I really thought, I was like, oh, this is the last one. But when I look at it, I'm like, They're still building. They are still building many houses, many apartment buildings. And they have, in order to make money off of those things, they have to put you debt slaves in them. Okay, you guys think there's a difference between rent and mortgage when it's the same. They just change the word. Rent, mortgage. You guys, mortgage payments are rent payments to the bank. It's still the same thing. All right. Rent is usually, now you guys always say this too. Debt slaves love to say this. Stop throwing away your money on rent. You're making somebody else rich. Unless the person you're paying rent to owns the building that you live in, they're just taking the money from you and passing it to the bank. They have rent payments too. If your landlord has a mortgage on the place you live, that's that's rent. Okay, that's rent. Now, when I really, really think about it, it's like, because you got to remember when they push the dates, you guys are not going to have the money to whatever date they push it to. It doesn't matter if it's now, June, or when the courts make it up. I don't know. They just be making up stuff and they do you guys so dirty. Ooh, man. No, they don't do it to you. Do it to yourselves by being debt slaves. I don't really even know. It's crazy. How do you guys even enjoy your holidays with student loan debt over your head? It just doesn't matter. Thinking, oh, I mean, you guys are really, when they extend the student loan, this is what I picture. When they extend the student loan debt, you guys get a sigh of relief. Oh man, okay, now I have money for Christmas. Now I get to keep my tax return when tax return season comes. You guys, it's bad just to watch the way they just. Oh my God, it's just horrible. It's horrible. I'm just so glad I'm not a debt slave no more because that was me. That was me. Have you guys, debt slaves, have you guys noticed how many storage facilities that are being built? Not regular storage facilities, big fancy ones, 4 or 5 levels, heated, AC. They're getting fancy with them. Why? Because that's where you guys are putting all your stuff. When those, you guys got to remember, if they put it this way, if they started the student loan payments in January like they were supposed to, buy car, all the stuff you guys bought and are still buying and not buy, financing during the pause, you guys would lose it all. See ya. Bye bye. If you got cash, like this is what people that understand how it works. When student loan payments resume and you need a car and you got cash to do it, when student loan payments resume, that's the time to buy a car because you guys are going to get all your cars repossessed because you couldn't afford them in the first place. Now they just extend. It's got to just. I agree with you, Willie. It's like it's for elections. They're just pushing it, pushing it, pushing it. It's getting closer to midterms or past the mid, whatever. Who are you? And if Biden can push the 10, 20,000 to get you guys forgiven, guess who you're going to vote for again? Biden. I get it. It's business. I don't really care how they do it, but as long as they do it, you guys are going. Anything, anything related that you believe you're going to save money in your pocket, that's who you're going to vote for. It doesn't matter if they're Democrat or Republican. Who's going to that quote put money, keep money in your pocket? Well, what you guys don't know, you guys are the money. You're the currency. It's you. Debt slaves are people who believe they can own things with no money of their own. That's you. SMD family member, I'm just an alien. He's the first one that told me about President Biden extending student loan pause, right? And I was like, what? But then when after he told it to me, I was like, yeah, that makes sense because nothing has changed since the last pause. Nothing's still high gas prices, still high mortgage interest rates. Uh, Nothing has changed. So starting the payments right now would be a bad thing for everybody, because if you guys can't pay your bills, you guys will say, I'm going to let go of the house. I'm going to let go of the car. I'm not going to pay my credit cards. Guess who loses? The bank. And the bank is the economy. Do you guys, debt slaves, do you guys know you guys can't buy anything without the bank? Nothing. Especially the younger debt slaves, you guys reach your 30s and you start saying to yourself, oh, now it's time to buy a house. Is no, you guys say to yourself, is now a good time to buy a house? All you gotta do is log into your bank account and find out. Go look for a house that you believe is in your price range. Maybe it's 300,000, maybe it's 350, maybe it's 400,000. And then as soon as you see the sale price of the house, log into your bank account and see if you have $400,000 in your bank account. If you don't, the answer is no. And you're probably saying to yourself, well, now there's millions of people with mortgages. Yeah, so 99% of them 99% of them believe they're all homeowners. Yeah, they do. They don't know they're not. You got people with mortgages. Listen, people with mortgages don't know that. They don't know they're not homeowners. They don't know that. They believe they own the equity in the house. They believe you can't own equity in a mortgaged house. Debt slaves, you guys own nothing. The majority of you guys haven't even been paying on your student loan debt during this pause. Do you know? Listen, do you know the student loan payment pause is a gift from the president? That's a gift. 3 years of no payments, no interest. When you guys should have been, this is the time you should have been going full force to pay off your student loan debt. You guys think you have extra money when they do the pause. Ooh, man, I feel good. Now you got a whole bunch of videos on YouTube telling you guys what to do with the quote extra money at the end of the month because you ain't got student loan payments. Mm, mm, Well, he says, I spoke to a doctor last week who told me that he will never be able to now remember this is a doctor, will never be able to pay his student loans. I asked him if he had car payments or mortgage. We all know we all know the answer, yes. And now, debt slaves, as you read this, you probably say to yourself, if a doctor can't pay their student loan payments, I sure can't. When you're looking at it all wrong, a doctor, let's say like a high-end doctor that makes 300,000, talking about they can't pay their student loan debt. Yes, they can. Debt slaves just don't want to make the sacrifice to do it. What you guys don't understand is the people with the degrees, the high-end degrees, they're the worst. They're the biggest debt slaves, the biggest. And they got the money to pay it off. They can pay off their student loan debt. They can pay it off, but they're choosing not to. They're choosing not to. Straight choosing. It's sad, really. It's like having a seat in the stadium, which I'm grateful for. I truly am grateful to understand that capitalism is psychological, which gives me a seat in the stadium. And you guys are in the middle, just like the Coliseum, Roman days. But you guys are in the middle. You guys don't know. You guys are in the middle. Blindly just living life. Life is when you own yourself, because you guys don't know, credit reports are owner ledgers. The businesses listed on your credit report, they're your owners. They all own you until you pay back their money. You guys are even if they finally forgive the 10,000 when it goes through the court system, and then it's just the dumbest, stupidest, dumbest. I just sit back and say, man, they just keep doing you. crossing your fingers. Ooh, I hope he extends it again. You guys are the student loans. Do you know that? You have to free yourself. They're not going to free you. That's $1.7 trillion. You think they're just going to wipe that away? You're wrong. You're choosing to be there. You I don't really pay attention to any of that stuff until I want somebody comes to me and tells me, and then I talk to you guys about it. And then I have to, like, when I see the extended, I think to myself, okay, what are they doing now? What is my prediction of what they're doing now? Okay, maybe they're waiting for the housing. Okay, this is what I picture. The president announces student loan pause extended. Now it's really uncertain. It's either extended to June or until it's out of the courts or whatever. Whatever's first. I don't know what that means. Now you guys are on pins and needles until the president gets back on the mic and announces something else. Aren't you aren't you tired of that? Aren't you tired of living? You don't have to live like that. The only people that care about student loan debt forgiveness are people in student loan debt. Doctors, lawyers, accountants, tax attorneys, all the people that throw degrees in your face. Those people are usually the worst. Do you guys know, like doctors, they're the deepest in student loan debt. You know who owns them? The hospitals they work for owns them. The doctors are owned by the hospitals. The lawyers are owned by the law firms. Mm, 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 mm. Which say, Arlene, I paid off my student loans. It felt great to pay them off. No turning back. Once you pay them off, that's it. 10,000 won't even put a dent. Yeah, you got listen. Say like they forgive you $10,000, okay? Unless you have the money to pay off the remaining balance, it means nothing. What it really is, put it this way. If you've had your student loan debt, wait 1 second. If you've had your student loan debt for 10 years, okay, and say like your student, let's just say 50,000. Let's just keep it moderate. And they knock off 10,000. Unless you have 40,000 to pay it off, it's not really that's just that's just the interest that they're taking off. It's not even the principal, it's just the interest. They're going to get that back right back because you're not going to pay it off. You're not. They just use that to get updated information. So when it starts, for me, I think maybe they're not ready. Maybe they extended because things are not in place yet. They need some more time. Maybe all the houses are not built. Maybe all the apartment buildings are not built yet. Something's not done yet. So they just extend it. You guys are not going to complain about they get extended another 2 years. You guys won't care, but you will care when it starts. Lost, man. It's just, I'm like today, I went out and happy Thanksgiving to everybody. I went out today, Thanksgiving Day, and there are businesses, stores open on Thanksgiving Day, working on half the people that are working. I know they want to be with their families. I know they do. I live in a whole different world. I go into the store. I went to up at in Seattle. We got these grocery stores called Safeway. They were open on Thanksgiving today. As I'm checking out, I'm looking at the person at the check stand. I know they don't want to be there. I can see it in their face. They don't want to be there checking your groceries, but guess what? They have to. They have to be there. Mm. Same thing on Christmas. I'm sure it's the same thing on Christmas. People are going to be working on Christmas. And then what businesses do, hey, I'm going to give you double time and a half. And then people justify it, believing receiving double time and a half is going to make you feel good about missing time with your family because what you don't really understand, time is the most valuable thing on earth. That Thanksgiving with your family in 2022 is never coming back ever. You missed it. For what? Some money? Mm. Sometimes I'll go into places like that and I just look at the people and I say to myself, I could change your life forever. You have no idea who you don't even know how you have no idea who you're checking out right now. A person that can change your life forever. That used to be me. I used to work for a grocery store up here when I was younger. Worked on holidays when I was a young adult. Oh man, I'm getting double time and I'm getting that money. That don't mean nothing. You know what you guys don't really understand is this, debt slaves. Okay. When you do that and you make that double time, you're not getting, you guys calculate your hourly wage or whatever, and then you double it and you say, ooh, I'm gonna be making this much an hour. No, you're not. You're getting pushed up in your tax bracket. And when you get pushed up in your tax bracket, guess what? You make less money. Hold on. I gotta turn this heater off. Hold on. You get pushed up in your tax bracket. Now, when you're a debt slave, you guys don't really understand tax brackets or even care about them. You probably think tax brackets for rich people and all this other stuff. Tax brackets for everybody. It doesn't matter how much money you make. Everybody's in a tax bracket. Everybody. And when you guys get pushed up in your tax bracket, you make less money. Mm. $1.7 trillion of student loan debt. That's a lot of debt slaves. A lot. And you guys don't really understand that. You guys probably really don't get how many people are signing up right now for school. Have you noticed how many online colleges are advertising on TV? I know that $1.7 trillion is a number. I don't think that's the real number. You guys are signing up for college thinking that since this new system we have, the only way to get higher pay is to go to college. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. I bet you online college, if they are statistics, if there are statistics right now, I bet you people are signing up for online colleges at an alarming rate. Mm, mm. They are killing the game. And then I think back at myself when I was a debt slave, just all the time I wasted. Time is number one. I just wasted so much time working with a regular job. Once you get out of the system, you ain't never going back. There is no going back. If you've had a job all your life, you don't really understand it. That's a program, 40-hour work weeks, healthcare benefits, everything to and I get it. Don't get me wrong. I get the system. If they made it easy, everybody would get out. But you got to have some big balls to get out. It takes determination. But once you get on the other side of it, oh man, there's nothing like it. Now you're on the outside looking in, and you see all the people that have totally given up on ever paying off their student loan debt ever. And once you've done that, that's it. Debt slave for life until you're dead. Doesn't matter your clothes, doesn't matter the car you drive, doesn't matter where you live. Mm. And it's so crazy when I see people, and you can clearly see the people that are making car payments. It's not really that difficult to see. I bet you some of the nicest cars you guys see people driving have student loan debt. People enjoying the holidays, shopping. You'll see it on Christmas too. You'll see people, listen, millions of people are begging for student loan debt. Watch when Christmas comes. It won't look like nobody's in student loan debt. It won't look like it. But the majority of people you see shopping on Christmas, student loan debt. whoo, they feel relieved. Now they're gonna spend even more money. That's what I think. They pause it again so you guys will spend more money on Christmas. Maybe they saw some sales declining because you guys thought student loan payments was going to resume in January. So you guys are a little more cautious because you know if you don't be ready, you're going to lose everything. So maybe they saw you guys spending less. President comes on, hey, I'm a pause it till June or whenever they get through the courts. Now you guys will resume spending. This Christmas is probably going to be a very, very profitable Christmas. But you guys are in a new world, a 1099 world where you driving around delivering stuff. That's going to be the new debt slave jobs. You guys are going to be delivering to people that have money. Everything's delivery. I mean, everything. I went to Starbucks today. Check this out. I'm at Starbucks. They got people delivering people's coffee on Thanksgiving. You guys are going to be working. Listen, you guys are going to be working on every holiday. Every holiday. You guys are going to be delivering stuff on holiday. They had you guys picking up their groceries on Thanksgiving, coffee, Thanksgiving, everything. You guys are going to be delivering everything every day, no matter how. And there is no holiday pay for food deliveries. They don't, you got, unless the company itself, put it this way, the company, and I don't even know, I'm just guessing. Maybe like on Thanksgiving, I don't know if Uber Eats they probably charge more to the customer to deliver something on a holiday. The company's going to make more money. Now, you guys, mm, damn. Mm, debt slaves, man. You got, ooh, mm, I don't know what you guys are going to do. SMD is, so crazy. SMD is the answer. Debt slaves they don't want to hear that. They love being debt slaves. I saw, I'm gonna just say, I saw somebody. Nah, I'm gonna leave that alone. They're gonna know who I'm talking about. I'm gonna leave that alone. What'd you say, Willie? You said plenty of social media rich people in debt flexing on Facebook and Instagram, showing their unpaid cars, boats, and mortgages. Social media is just you guys. When I look at social media and I see all these people with student loan debt pretending like they have money, this is this is never going to end. It's always going to be this way, no matter the year. We are just in a new economy where delivery apps. Uh, I went to I went and got some Chinese food yesterday. I walk in, order my food. I'm sitting down. I saw about three delivery people come up and pick up Chinese food. And then sometimes what I do, I'll look at the person delivering the food, and then I'll look at the car that they're driving to deliver the food. That's just me. Like I said before in an earlier video, for the people that have food delivered, have you ever went out and looked inside of one of these people's cars? First of all, just look at their car and then go look inside of the car. You're probably not going to want them to deliver your food because of the cleanliness. I just can't do it. I just cannot do it. I've seen some people when I'm waiting. I've seen some delivery people. I've seen some delivery people that come up and pick up this food. I'm just like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. I don't know. I don't know any of. I know probably people in student loan debt. Now, if you don't want this to be you delivering food, products, not paying your taxes, deep in debt, deep in student loan debt, you're just burying yourself even deeper. Because the majority of you guys, listen, The majority of you guys are not paying your taxes. I know you're not. And your employers, if you were a W-2 worker before you did delivery, the employer was required by law to hold back the taxes because you guys wouldn't pay them. But now you guys are on your own. And guess what? You guys are not paying your taxes. Mm. I've been hearing stories about 3, 4 years of not paying taxes. Now you're scared. Oh, they're going to do something, something, something. Yeah, they are. They are. It's just a matter of time because you guys are the system. And taxes are the backbone of the system. That is crystal clear. That cannot happen. You guys, everybody has to pay. Everybody has to pay taxes. Everybody. And you guys are not. And imagine this. Imagine doing delivery jobs because you guys do multiple. I be seeing videos, people going like 23 hours straight delivering shit, right? Now imagine being deep in debt, student loan debt, car payments, and behind on your taxes. Mm, you're never gonna get out. Never being able to spend time with your kids and your family. How do you expect to keep a relationship delivering 24 damn near 24 hours a day? You can't have a relationship like that. Mm, it's bad, man. Bad. I think a person like people like that, they probably think there's no way out. This debt is just part of life. Be scared of the IRS for the rest of your life. You don't have to do that. SMD, and I want to make sure people are understand this clear. You don't have to listen to me. You don't have to listen to any other SMD family members. The decision is yours. I know the gift I have. I'm free. I prove everything with my credit report. I have no owners. I'm the only one on the internet that shows their whole entire credit report. Don't you guys? How much more proof than I can I show you guys? Credit is a business. It's not a requirement. It's not. You don't need credit. You don't need a credit score. You don't need that. That's an option. But the majority of you guys live on it. Live on it. You're right about that. Short change says zero debt with 10,000 cash. You are beating 80% of the world. You better believe more than that. Short change, debt slaves have no money. That's more like 99.9% of the world. Debt slaves have no money. And this is the worst part. They don't even know it because they are the money. Mm. If you have, put it this way, if you have zero debt and $1,000 in the bank, you're beating 90%. You're ahead of 90% of the world. Probably 99. Again, back to 99.9% of the world. Debt slaves have no money. They are the currency. Currency doesn't exist for people in debt. You can't save money on taxes. You can't save money on nothing. Hmm. I'm gonna look for this. What I strongly suggest you guys do. Start looking for videos from people that are making videos about what you should do with your extra money because student loan payments have been extended. Those are the channels you need to stay away from, or you need to ask the host. Say like this. Say like there's a host of a YouTube or a podcast telling you what to do with your extra, quote, extra money because you don't have student loan payments. This is what you ask the person. Do you have student loan debt? They're going to tell you yes. You guys, the majority of debt slaves, you guys are getting your information from a person just like you, another debt slave. They have student loan debt just like you. They're the same as you. You guys are the same. You guys are sharing debt slave information. The economy is positive and negative. Debt slaves are on the negative side of the economy. I am on the positive side of the economy. SMD family members are on the positive side of the economy. Why? Because we chose it. All you got to do is believe the calculator. That's it. Just believe the calculator. That's it. All you have to do is believe you're not a home. If you got a mortgage, just look in the mirror and say, I'm not a homeowner. I don't own the car that's sitting out in front of my house because I'm making payments. If your student loan debt is older than your house, your car, the phone in your hand that you might be listening to this right now, you're a debt slave. And you will be that way until you're dead. And you will pass that same information down to your children generationally. Hmm. This is why our government is looking to hire 87,000 armed IRS agents. The unpaid taxes in this country is real. You better believe this is serious business because you guys don't understand taxes are the backbone of our economy. That cannot happen. I don't know, put it this way. I don't know how many IRS agents understand that capitalism is psychological. It's very few, I'm sure. But you better hope, listen, you better hope they don't come to me asking, hey, if they find out I know capitalism is psychological and they come to me for help, I'm going to help them. I'm going to help them. If they need me to train some agents, I'll do it because it's a choice. Mm, mm. Enigma says debt free is a very easy concept, but apparently very hard for well, they can't many to implement. They can't debt slaves. You got to remember, Enigma, that is very hard to accept. A debt slave would have to accept that they don't own the house that they've been paying on for 10 years. They don't own the car that they've been paying on for 4 or 5 years. They don't own it at all. No, never have. You guys didn't own when you picked it up at the car lot, you didn't own it because you didn't have the money to buy it. You've never owned it. YouTubers are pushing VA and FHA loans. Don't do it. Rent and stay liquid without debt. That's why they're pushing it on you guys. Those are called FHA and VA mortgages. Those are called subprime mortgages. Who are they for? Debt slaves. People that don't want to, debt slaves that do not want to accept that they can't buy a home with student loan debt. When you walk into the bank and ask for a loan and they run your credit and see that you have student loan debt, guess what you're getting? A subprime mortgage because you don't know. Subprime mortgages are for debt slaves that don't know. Don't know what? Don't know your debt slave. You guys don't know your debt slaves. People crack me up. Oh, there he goes saying debt slave again. So what? It's almost like just even talking about it. That's you guys physical slavery ended in 18 something, 1865, I believe. The the wealthy got rich off of physical slavery in those days. Then they just switched it to psychological slavery. Psychological slavery is way more profitable than physical. You can't see it. It doesn't matter your color. It doesn't matter your race. It doesn't matter your age. It doesn't matter where you live. It doesn't matter. Now, when you think about it really deep, somebody came up with that. Somebody designed this. I didn't. I just discovered it. Somebody designed it. Mm. I wonder how many death slaves were just relieved when the president came on and said, "Hey, we're gonna push it till past June." You guys were like, "Oh God." Until next time, Mm. Until next time, until the president just starts it up again. What are you guys gonna do? You guys are not gonna have the money. When student loan payments are due, what are you guys gonna do? You guys are not gonna have the money when the payments are due. What are you gonna do? Lose your car, lose your house. Mm, mm. When I'm just as I'm talking about it and I'm thinking about it, I feel I feel bad for you guys, honestly, I do. But you do it to yourself. When you get out of when you get outside the debt matrix and you see how it really works, you guys are like you're like the movie, The Matrix. You see all these people walking around in the background. You guys don't and I guarantee the person that wrote The Matrix, they probably didn't know capitalism was psychological, but they understood what it is. You guys are walking around in the background clueless, absolutely clueless, not have no idea what's happening. You guys are just shopping and eating and pretending to enjoy life, and you guys don't even know that you're not. It's you. Why businesses are getting bigger and bigger and bigger, you guys are going deeper and deeper in debt. Hmm. Now, what's crazy is that, which is not crazy, but nice that when I had that live with Fresh Prince CEO, I got about three people that out of all those people, I got about three people that came to me. Three. Now, this is not a shocker. Don't get me wrong. That number is not a shocker to me. Okay, from all ranges, from young in their 20s till in their 50s. Three. And Fresh Prince CEO, he has 100,000 subscribers on his personal channel, and I got three. Now that's okay. I excuse me. One second. Let me get some water. Again, I expect that because I know that very few people must understand that capitalism is psychological. That's how it works. Only a few must know. Only a few will know, and it will be like that till the end of time. Like here's another example. Damn, I forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, I forgot what I was going to say. It'll come back to me. No, I'm good. I just got done eating. Son was kind of sick. My son, maybe it's catch getting me because I visit my middle son. He was kind of sick. I hope it's not catching up with me. But I'm gonna put this. There's a link. If you guys have some questions, I'm not gonna be on there very long. But I just want to kind of comment about. I usually don't come on this late and probably tired too. But if you guys got any questions, if this is you, maybe you came over from Fresh Prince CEO and never heard anybody like me before, and you want to ask some questions while it's free. Because I remember I used to get free consultations, and I've been getting a lot of that since that. Hey, LJ, you still do free consultation? No, I don't do that. I used to do that when I started. I used to do free consultation, but I had mostly had people just, what about this? What about? Hey, I'm not here to convince you of anything. I'm just here to help you. I don't want to convince you of it. But if you want to call me, pay me first to talk to me, and then you want to try to convince, hey, it's on you. You do whatever you want. But I already have the answer. I already know capitalism is psychological. I'm just trying to help other people understand how it works. The system is beautiful. It's absolutely beautifully designed. Mm. And almost, just talking about it just kind of wears me out, really. It's just like, man, I'm not here to convince anybody of anything. Trying to convince people of the calculator. It's like, aren't you all you got to do is just trust the calculator. Let's look at the calculator. Yeah. Do you Your mortgage payment minus your mortgage balance equals you own nothing. Your car payment minus your car balance equals you own nothing. That's a that's a really hard thing to accept. The people that are listening to this and you go, damn, my student loans are older than every debt I have. Yes, they are. If your student loans are older than every debt you have, you're a debt slave. If you have a FHA mortgage, you're a debt slave. If you have a VA mortgage, you're a debt slave. First time home buyer program, debt slave. If you have made up in your mind that you're never paying off your student loan debt slave. If your student loans are in student loan forbearance or whatever that means, debt slave. If you bought a house during the student loan debt pause, you're a debt slave. If you financed a new car because your student loan payments are in pause while they were paused, debt slave. Mm, mm. I got so many emails from you guys. That don't get me wrong, I love it. Hey yo, they extended. I was like, damn, good job, President. Good job. Now you'll probably start to see zero down home loans, interest rates dropping for home loans, interest rates dropping and car loans. Mm. But the main thing is that they got to get these debt slaves filled in these houses and apartments and storage facilities. They got to get you guys in there. How did they do that? Pause that student loan debt because you guys don't want to pay it anyway. Anyway, are there any questions? It's 9 o'clock here. It's 9 o'clock. I'm on the East Coast now, so it's 9 o'clock PST. Oh, I forgot East Coast. It's 12 o'clock midnight in the East Coast. Oh wow. Okay. Totally, I totally forgot about that. Yeah, you know me. If I was at home, I wouldn't be on the live at midnight. That would not have happened for sure. But anyway, if you guys ain't got any questions, I'm gonna go ahead and get off here and enjoy the rest of my evening. Any questions before I leave? Any questions? I'm gonna put the link up there one more time. One more time. If not, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here. Figure something else out. Take care, man. Best fortune. Appreciate it. The one dark night. Much appreciated. Well, you guys enjoy the rest of your Thanksgiving. For the East Coast, your Thanksgiving's over 6 minutes ago. Have a good one, Willie. Those of you guys that catch this live later on, leave your comments. Let me put up for those of you guys listening in the car, SavingsMinusDebt.com, SavingsMinusDebt@gmail.com, and my Cash App is SavingsMinusDebt. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful night. What'd you say? No questions from just okay, got it. All right, you guys have a wonderful night. Later.